This is Amud Yomi Gemara in Shabbos Daf Ayin Tes Amud Beis. We're holding on the top line of Ayin Tes Amud Beis, in which the Gemara quotes the Mishnah, which says Klaf Teilicht Levalav Parsha Ketana. That if one takes out klaf, one takes out parchment, the amount that one has to take out in order to be chayiv is enough to write a Parsha Ketana, the small parsha of tefillin on it. Says the Gemara, oh, that's a good contradiction. A brisa that we saw prior, klaf v'duchtostis, two different types of finished parchments, that how much does one have to carry out to be chayiv? Says the brisa, the amount to write a mezuzah on it. Now mezuzah has two parashiyos, whereas our Mishnah says parsha ketana of the tefillin, which is one parsha. Answers the Gemara, my mezuzah. What does mean mezuzah? It means mezuzah shebet tefillin. It means that the parsha, the scroll that is inside the tefillin, that is the requisite amount for one to be chayiv. Correlate tefillin mezuzah. So, but says the Gemara, I don't understand. So why does the brisa call tefillin mezuzah? Says the Gemara, no, it does. Tanya, I'll bring you a raya. Ritzuye tefillin and tefillin. The straps of the tefillin are attached to the tefillin when the two of them are one entity. Mitamois es yodayim. They make one's hands that touch them become tamei. This takes us all the way back to Daf Yud Gimel, the Yudches Gzeiros that were made by Eliyahu Bechanania, Ben Chizkiah, Ben Garoin. One of them was that Sifrei Kodesh are mitameh your Yudayim, as a special to add a level of kedusha to them. We say that if someone touches them, his hands become tamei. So says this brisa, when the ritzuos are connected with the tefillin, they are mitamei bifnei atzman. Bifnei atzman. When the ritzuos are by themselves, ei mitamei yudayim. Shimon Yudayim, Shimon Aligiber, Ritzuah tar. If you touch the ritzuah, you're tar. Says Rav Shimon, the ritzuos never got this higher level of kedusha that they cause one's hands from it to come tamei. Ad sheyagia, until one touches to what? Baket tzitza. Tzitza is the leather box of the tefillin. Rav Zakai, Mishmai Omer, says Rav Zakai, the name of Rav Shein tar, ad sheyagia b'mezuzah atzma, it's tar till you touch the mezuzah. Till you touch the scroll itself, touching the bottom will not make your hands tamei, only touching the parchment, only touching the cloth. Says the Gemara of Amiditani Sefer, the fact that the Sefer says, so that is the Raya, says the Gemara, that the word mezuzah can be used, even though we're not talking about mezuzah. Over here, we're clearly talking about the parshiyos inside the tefillin, and yet the Brisa uses the word mezuzah. So that's a Raya that the word mezuzah is used as tefillin. Ask the Gemara of Amiritani Zeifa, from the fact that the Zeifa says, Klaf Teilach La Parshik Tan Shabbat Tefillin, Shishma Yisrael. What is that? For the same brisa, there's one word klaf used. There's one word mezuzah is used. That implies clearly that there are two different entities. So how can we say that the word mezuzah means klaf? Explains the Gemara, Hachi Ketani. Klav and Dochtosis, Shurin Bikama. Klav and Dochtosis, how much is their minimum shear? Dochtosis, K'elitov La Mezuzah. Klach, Levla Parshik Dana, Shevet Tefillin, Shishma Yisrael. So different types of parchments have different minimum shiurim. Amarav, now we're at the two dots. So now we've clarified the Chstira and the Braisais by explaining that mezuzah means scroll, and with that we just had to differentiate between klaf and tochtosis. Amar Rav, tochtosis arei klaf. Tochtosis is the same as klaf. Explains it Rav. My klaf goes in love with tefillin, just as tefillin can on klaf. Tochtosis goes in love tefillin. Tanan, asking Gemara, we learned in a Mishnah. Klaf k'dilach lavar shan shevet tefillin shishma Yisrael. Klavin, dochtosis, lois. What does it seem? It seems that klavin and dochtosis are two different things. Answers the Gemara that it's true. The fact that the Mishnah implies that you need klaf in order to write tefillin, says the Gemara, that's a mitzvah. It's a higher level of mitzvah. But tuchtostis, in reality, could be utilized for tefillin. Tashema asks the Gemara Nachamol, Halach Moshe Sinai, says the Raisa. It is a Halach Moshe Sinai that what? Tefillin al klaf. Umezuz al tuchtostis. Now, says the Gemara, klaf, when you write on klaf, on parchment, b'makom basar, it's right on the side of the parchment, that is the makom basar, which is the part of the hide that faced inward, that faced the animal. Tochtostes, you have to write on the opposite side, b'makom seir. So says the Gemara, so what do we see clearly? We see that klaf and tochtostes are two things, and tefillin is an entity that has to be on klaf. And says Gemara again, le mitzvah, that just is higher level of mitzvah. V'atani asks the Braisa, Shina apostle. Ask the Braisa, ask the Gemara, the Braisa says Shina, if he deviated at all, apostle, it is apostle. The tefillin, the mezuzahs are apostle. So you see clearly that tefillin cannot be on dochtostis. Responds the Gemara, mezuzah. What this means is that if you change the mezuzah and you write the mezuzah on klaf, then it's going to be a problem. But in the other way, if you write the tefillin on duchdostis, that will be okay. Says more 1 second about Tanya Shina Bezeh Ubezeh Basel. Says if you change either, it's possible. Responds the Gemara, Aidiv Mezuzah. They're both talking about Mezuzah. One is if you deviated and you're on klaf on the wrong side, on the side facing the hair, the outside. Inami, or if you're basar, both of those will passel. Both those will passel as types of parchments. Teretz number 1. Says the Gemara another teretz. Shina, b'zeh. The Brisa says if you change either one, Tanoyi, it is a machlekes Tanoyim. The Tanya, we learned in a Brisa. Shina b'zeh apostle. If you changed in either tefillin or mezuzah, he's the apostle. Rabacha machshem mishum Rabacha bar Chanina, var milah mishum Yaakov barav Chanina. So what do we see? We see that that's the machlekes between Rabacha and Rav Yaakov. Papa Amar, a third teretz. Rav Damar b'Tana Devei Menashe. Rav said it's in accordance to Devei Menashe that what? The Tana Devei Menashe learns. Someone wrote different sifrarim on paper or on cloth, it's possible. But al klav, al gvil, al dochlosis, it's ksheira. Ksavamai. So what precisely did he write? Ilem mezuzah. If you tell him that he wrote a mezuzah, mezuzah klav miksvinan. Do we write a mezuzah on klav? No. Alalav tefillin. So we see that according to Rav Papa, tefillin is indeed kosher on dochtostis, as we suggested a moment ago. This is the third teretz in which we're seeing, according to Rav Papa, according to Rav Papa, that, like we learned according to Rav, that dochtostis and klaf are going to be kosher for tefillin. Says the Gemara, according to that, what you're telling me, tefillin agvil mikisfinim, but wait, the price over there listed together with this gvil, tefillin can't be written on gvil. Answers the Gemara, Kitana, he is b'sefer Torah. That's what you could, yes, write on gvil. I'll bring you a raya at the very end of the narrow lines. He says the Braisa, tefillin shebalu, worn out tefillin, sefer Torah shebalu, ein oisim behen mezuzah. Cannot make a mezuzah from them by, if you cut out the part of the sefer Torah of the parshas of tefillin, that is not kosher. Why? We don't go from a higher level of kedusha to a lower level of kedusha. So says the Gemara, time of my reading, the Bryce implies the only reason that cannot be used as a mezuzah is because you can't lower from a kedusha chamura, kedusha kala, hamaridin. But if you were allowed to lower it, oisin, you would do it. But what are we talking about, says the Gemara? Techsiva amai. Lav techsiva achtos this. We're not talking about rolling techsosis, and yet we see that tefillin could yes be written on thechtostis, says the Gemara on the third wide line. Loy, that's not accurate. T'chsiv al klav. It's talking about klav. Therefore, there's no raya to Rav. What says the Gemara? Wait, mezuzah klav because can you write mezuzah in klav? In yes, Vatanya bring your raya. Cause al klav al yarva amalis psulam Rav Shimon Elazar Meira Yukais al klav. Why the nation mishna meres? Because it's better protected. Because klav is a thicker material. Therefore, according to Rameir, mezuzah could yes be written on klav, it's kosher, and the Bryce will be going according to Rameir, but there will not be a raya to Rav with regarding to tefillin, because it's not talking about tefillin. Hasha das he says, now that we came onto this idea that it's stronger, it's sturdier, and that's what you correct your mezuzah on. The Rav Nami lo kalav. So according to Rav, we don't have to say anymore that the chtos is the same thing as kalav. Eleima, but rather we're going to suggest kalav keduchtos is the opposite. Kalav does have the same thing of the chtos with regarding to what, not with regarding to tefillin, but rather with regarding to mezuzah. Ma chtos is koselam mezuzah. Av kalav koselam mezuzah. We'll end with this. We'll pick it from here in the next year. B'siyata d'ishmayu.